Hello everybody and welcome to our next tutorial about our if function and about absolute cell references. Before we start with our if function, I would like to introduce comparison operators. These comparison operators are named equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to. Like I mentioned already, we need these operators for our calculations for this tutorial. We want to calculate commission today. Like you can see here at the table, we have 3 salesperson. Their sales are recorded at column B, and these salespersons will also get a basic salary. Additional, they will get commission 1, commission 2, and commission 3. A commission is based on a condition. The conditions for each commission is written here below. Let's start to calculate commission 1 by using the if function. Let us look at first to the syntax of the if function. Syntax says logical test, value if true, and value if false. Logical test. At this test we have to compare 2 values. The one we have to compare is written in a condition. Value if true, that is a calculation, or it is a value that Excel must perform when your logical test is meeting the given condition. Value if false. It is a calculation or a value that Excel must perform when your logical test is not meeting the given condition. So let us calculate our commission 1 by using the if function. Go to formulas menu. You can use the function wizard to find if, or you can go directly to logical. Click the down arrow and select if. At first, we have to do our logical test. So read what there is written below commission 1. It says here, if the sales are greater or equals to 10,200 euro. So that is our logical test. Where are the sales written? It's written at B2 are greater than or equals to 10,200 euro. Value if true is written at the rest of the sentence. If the sales are greater than or equals to 10,200 euro, a salesperson will get 200 euro as commission 1. So value if true is 200. Value if false, that is written at the next sentence. If the sales are not greater than or equals to 10,200 euro, a salesperson will receive 0 euro at commission 1. So our value if false is 0. Followed by clicking on OK. Let us check it. The sales of Henry are greater than 10,200, so he will get 200 euro. Let us copy the formula. Let us go to salesperson Ferris. His sales are also greater than 10,200 euro, so he will get the value if true, 200 euro. Salesperson Peters, his sales are not greater than 10,200 euro, so he will get 0 euro as stated as in value if false. Let us make another example. We want to calculate commission 2. So one more time, go to logical and go to if. Logical test is written at the first sentence. If the sales are not greater than 12,000 euro, a salesperson will receive 2% of the sales as commission 2. So, logical test, the sales are written at B2, just click it, are greater than 12,000. What will happen when the sales are greater than 12,000 euro? A salesperson will receive 2% of the sales as commission 2. So one more time, the sales are written at B2, just click it, times 2%. What is our value if false? That is written at the next sentence. If the sales are not greater than 12,000 euro, a salesperson will receive 1% of the sales as commission 2. So value if false, we have to calculate 1% of the sales. Just click B2 times 1%, followed by clicking on OK. Let's check it. The sales of Henry are greater than 12,000 euro, so the if function will calculate B2 times 2%, our value if true. So copy the formula down. Let's check it for our salesperson Ferris. His sales are not greater than 12,000 euro, so Excel has to calculate our value if false, and that are 1% of B3. Salesperson Peters, his sales are also not greater than 12,000 euro, so Excel must also calculate our value if false, and that is 1% of B4. So let us calculate commission 3. Here is written, if the sum of all sales are greater than 20,000 euro, a salesperson will receive 500 euro as commission 3. So the one that we have to do there is we have to mix our if function with our sum function. That works in the following way, equals if open parenthesis. So then we will continue with the sum function, but no need to type an equals sign because equals is written at the left of if. So just type sum, open parenthesis. The first value is written at B2 up to B4. Important now, you must close this sum function. Then it is written at commission free if the sum of all sales are greater than 20,000 euro. So greater than 20,000. We compare here the sum of B2 up to B4 with 20,000. Semicolon. What is our value if true? What will happen if the sum of B2 up to B4 is greater than 20,000? A salesperson will receive 500 euro as commission free. Semicolon. If the sum of all sales are not greater than 20,000 euro, a salesperson will receive 100 euro as commission free. So that is our value if false, 100. Next step, we have to close the if function, followed by pressing Enter key. So the sum of these sales are greater than 20,000. So Henry must get 500. When we copy the formula down, the other salesperson will just get 100, but that cannot be. So let us check our cell references of this formula. Sum B2 up to B4 greater than 20,000. That is correct. Let's check the cell references for our salesperson Ferris. The sum of B3 up to B5. So that cannot be. The correct formula must always be B2 up to B5. So the problem here is we used here relative cell references, but when you copy the formula downward, then in a relative cell reference will change the column name or the row number automatically. So there must be a way where we can tell Excel that Excel does not have to change these cell references in our sum formula. And that is now the time where we have to use our absolute cell references. We close, we delete this formula and start to type again. When we copy a formula by using relative cell references, then the cell reference will always change. Like you can see it here, B2 times 2%. For the salesperson Ferris, it is not B2 anymore, it is P3. For the salesperson Peters, it is not B3 or B2, it changed to B4. Means Excel will change the column, letter or row number when we use relative cell reference. If Excel must not change a cell reference, then we use our absolute cell references. Let us calculate our commission free by using the if function and absolute cell references for our sales. Equals sign, if, open parenthesis. Calculate the sum, so type sum, open parenthesis. the first value of our sales is written at B2. So B2 must be an absolute cell reference. So we have to add US dollar signs by using our function key F4. This one is now an absolute cell reference. Start looking absolutely at B2, and when we copy the formula down, do not change these cell references. Each time you press F4, the type of cell reference will change. Now it is relative again, so F4 again, and we have an absolute cell reference. Press colon sign and type B4. Followed by pressing F4 again, because we need an absolute cell reference. Then close your formula and we need our comparison operator, that is greater than 20,000, followed by pressing semicolon. What is our value if true? Salesperson will receive 500 euro, so 500 is our value if true. Semicolon. What is our value if false? Written in the following sentence, a salesperson will receive 100 euro, so type 100. Close the if function, followed by pressing enter key. And now we copy the formula down and let us check what will happen. Each salesperson will receive 500. Let us check the cell references for salesperson Ferris. Like you can see here, Excel did not change for our sum function the cell reference. That is correct in this way. Let us check it for Peters. The cell references for Peters are the same like for the other salespersons, because we added here an absolute cell reference. So the total salary is calculated very fast. It is basic salary plus commission 1, commission 2 plus commission 3. So equals sign sum, open parenthesis. In this case, when we copy later our formula down, then Excel must change the cell references for Ferris and Peters. So these cell references must be relative and not absolute. So starting at C2 up to F2. Colon sign. F2, close the formula. Copy the formula down. Here we typed C2 up to F2. Excel changed the cell references because it is relative. C3 up to F3 and also C4 up to F4. Last step we can do, change the comma style, go to home, we can change here the currency, make it to German style. That's all for today. See you next time. Bye.